It looks like the grid is pretty much full. I've got 48, 51. Next up should have been number 80, Mark Ovell, but Mark not on the grid there, unfortunately, Keith.
Okay, well, we've got to watch the lights from the lady at the front. Lights are red. Oh, a bit of a creep there from someone, and they made a reasonably good start, so I wouldn't be surprised if we got a little bit of a tickle on that one. We'll wait and see if there's any
I think
complaints about that.
Morgan's got the advantage there ahead of Tyler Donovan, and of course those two are quite familiar with each other after a Coppice at Cadwell last year, aren't they, Keith? Morgan Creasy and Tyler Donovan.
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't sure whether to announce their engagement or their divorce after that incident, but yeah, it was certainly an intimate moment, certainly.
That's one way of describing it for sure, as they make the way round the old hairpin now over to the left-hand side of Starkey's Bridge. And I think Morgan Creasy is trying to pull the gap here. In fact, no, Morgan's in second place. That's Tyler out in front, I believe.
He's trying to catch Tyler. That's what Morgan's trying to do at the moment. Wow, Tyler's riding really well, isn't he?
I don't think that's Tyler. That could well be...
Go on,
it could be Kieran Smith, you know, on the that white Suzuki. I was going to have a look. Yeah, Kieran Smith credited with the race lead on the TSL timing screen. Morgan Creasy trying to go with him, and Tyler Donovan, number 19, on that Kawasaki in the tow now of Morgan Creasy on that number 800 fluorescent yellow Suzuki. But we're watching at the exit of Foggy S's. Here we go. There's Kieran Smith out in front. In fact, that's Daryl Dance up in third place ahead of Tyler Donovan. But Tyler's closing into the braking zone. That's from a long way back. If he's going to try and make a move there, up the inside he goes. And Tyler Donovan somehow... Oh, that was close, wasn't it? Daryl Dance was having none of it.
Was he all side-by-side steps? They come up towards Goddard. So no, it's Dance all the way. Big D says this is going to be my corner. Absolutely.
Yeah, he made that clear, didn't he?
He certainly did. Yep, the scaffolder, the two brothers scaffolding supporting machine, his own company, of course, and chases after Creasy. Doctor's dangle there for our leader Smith as he goes down into Red Gate. You wonder if Rossi had never hung a leg out, if anybody else ever would have over the years, don't you?
Well, that's it, isn't it? Yeah.
That's how these things evolve, of course. Smith, Creasy, Dance, Donovan, Hunt, Fern, Wood, McGlynn, Swire, Kilty, Russo leads the way in the extremes ahead of Corkett, but only by quarter of a second. And it's Hashby next to the Ultras, Biswell, Rose, Green, Inalsfirth, Red and Stag. So Smith definitely the class of the field here. Go. We'll get here into the dip.
We're going to get the first sector time through very shortly. Kieran Smith purple, as you would expect. Everybody else going personal best as well. So no great surprises in that first sector as Kieran Smith opens up his advantage at the front of the race. It was 1 second across the line, and as we watch the lights go out on the timing screen, there's a change there between Hills and Green, and also believe Stag may have found a way through on Matt Wren as well. But we're watching the leading trio out of the chicane and in towards the Melbourne loop there, but everybody just putting some distance between one another. And Daryl Dance is so late on the brakes onto the rear wheel now of Morgan Creasy. He was doing a bit of a doctor's dangle as well there, was Daryl Dance.
I'll tell you what, Creasy is very much coming under the attention of Dance. Over the line last time there was 0.3 of a second between them. I think there's going to be a very similar gap this time. Tyler Donovan desperately trying to stay with him as we see the fastest lap Kieran Smith flash up onto our screen. It's a 36.6, so not quite as quick as the 35.5 he pulled earlier, but nonetheless it gives him a lead of 1.3 seconds. And Dance opens up the gap between himself, Creasy opens up the gap between himself and Dance. Donovan's still in the money there as well, and Hunt for no great changes. Corkett does make up 2 places. He takes the lead in the extreme machines. And Connor Swire also makes up a couple of places as well.
So you'll know the answer to this. The 10-second jump start penalty, as you said there, for the number 85 of Clinton Wood.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to call Clinton's name because it's not for me to call it, but that's there was definitely an obvious one, to be fair.
So Morgan is racing an SV 650 Mini-Twin this weekend, and also the K7 G6R1000. That's quite different in terms of
big difference.
braking markets, power delivery, everything.
The machines, but I don't know, Morgan is one of those guys who seems to be able to adapt to anything. I don't know, some people can do it and some people can't. It's as simple as that. Some people do struggle with the difference in the machine, just the dynamics, the cornering, the power and everything else, the braking ability of the machines. And Some people it's a bit of a struggle. Some people can just get on a bike and just go quickly. Whether or not he's getting the most out of both machines, that's only he can really tell at the end of the day. Obviously the Mini Twin is very much a new machine to him. The old K7, well that's basically an old slipper for him, isn't it? He just puts it on, it's comfortable as you like. And oh, it was Creasy who actually picked up the pace. Creasy's got the fastest lap of the race. The gap's out to 1.1 seconds, so Smith is still holding the lead because it's only fractionally quicker than Smith was Creasy, but nonetheless, very impressive stuff. But Kieran Smith is the class of the field here once again. He's doesn't come to every meeting, Kieran, but when he does, he certainly lets us know that he's racing, doesn't he?
Yeah, in a word.
Where does he hail from, mate? Is that another one from up your way, isn't he?
He's Scunthorpe, so yeah, Lincolnshire.
Yeah.
North Lincolnshire.
Yeah. Absolutely, no. I thought the family hailed from that part of the world, so very impressive stuff once again.
So we're watching him up towards Coppice there. It's Kieran Smith, as you said, at 1.1 second advantage. He's now gone to purple in sector number 1, retaliating to Creasy's slightly quicker lap on that previous lap. It was 36.7 for Smith, but a 36.599 for Morgan Creasy on that previous lap. Darrell Dance on next 1.1 seconds behind. Then it's Donovan at nearly 2 seconds adrift. There's a good battle there between Ramon Hunt and James Fern. Of course, they were having a good scrap earlier on as well, but Fern 0.3 of a second behind as the race leader rounds the Melbourne Loop, and the gap was 1.1 seconds, Keith, and it's coming down, isn't it?
It's coming down rapidly. I thought Smith was running away with this one. I'll tell you what, Creasy, well, actually it's a purple for Smith again in the first sector, but Creasy now 36.647 is the best from Smith. He's 36 and 1 lap to go. It's the hurry up flag, and it is Creasy with the fastest lap again at 36. So we're going around about 7/10 slower than we were earlier. I know Smith is going to get the hurry up as Creasy is closing. I'd like to be having on board with Creasy right now and see that live as they make their way down through the craters. He's still a little bit too far back to challenge. Into the old hairpin they go, but I tell you what, Creasy has definitely got his race face on. He has got the makeup bag out, he's applied the mascara, and he has gone evil. I'm going for it. I don't think he's going to get close enough to Smith, to be fair, but I'll never say never in the end. It's only going to take a wobble. These guys are riding around at the limit. We saw each of them go purple and yellow in the last sector. This time they took the timing beam over the back, and it's green for Smith, but it's purple for Creasy this time. So whatever he's done, he's gone a little bit quicker than the man in front of him.
You just know that if anyone's going to try it, it's probably going to be Morgan, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it.
No. Creasy is the original action man, really. In so many ways.
It's going to be close, isn't it?
Oh, he's lost a bit there. He's no way is even he getting that back. That was a little bit too wide, I think, on the exit of Fogarty's.
Yeah, no one's topped Morgan that though.
No. You know, if anybody's going to screw the power on hard, I think Smith's got this one well under control, to be fair. Kieran Smith, class act.
Yeah.
Always has been, but
Dr. Dangle in.
Yeah. He's going as fast as he needs. Take 25 points and a gold medal home on the dashboard. So Kieran Smith yet again. Oh, look at that. See Kieran, quickest in the second sector, into the 35s. He pulls it on when he has to. And look, he drags Morgan with him, though. Morgan does the 35.5 so the time was always there. Morgan always had that 35 in him. And I think Smith knew he was coming. He just said, righto, you want to go this quick? I'll go that bit quicker. So absolutely, that time was there. Morgan was able to match him. 35.497 was the fastest time earlier, so we don't actually beat the earlier lap record. But Kieran Smith, what a fantastic day's riding he has had here today. Creasy, Dance, Donovan, Fern, Hunt, Swire, Kilty. Corkett takes the extreme win ahead of Russo with McLean in the mix there as well. Clinton Wood is credited with 10th after the penalty gets applied ahead of Chad Hashmi. Then it's Green, Biswell, Rose, Red, Hinnells, Firth and Stagg.